friends. Today I want to talk about the books that I bought in the first half of the year. We're at the midway point now. I don't foresee myself getting any more books until the end of the year, so what a perfect time to do it. I did a lot of shopping in the first 3 months, and then I stilted our shopping because our life changed, and but I still got a really good haul. So let's talk about them. Disclosure, I've already read some of these, and they're in no particular order except that I'm going to try and keep the series together, which should be easy. They're like coordinated. So without further ado, I got We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix, which is following Chris as she is trying to hunt down her old bandmates, and there's tragedy, and it's kind of chaotic. And I did read this one. I am working on collecting Grady Hendrix books because I just am really having a good time with Grady Hendrix as of lately, so that's why I got that one. I got A Witch in Time by Constance Sayers, which is a witch love story. It seems like our main character takes a lover in the 1800s and then through multiple lifetimes is constantly stuck with the same lover. And then eventually she's trying to get out of that, obviously. So excited to read it. And I've heard really good things about Constance Sayers too, so that's really exciting. I got Nanny Dearest by Flora Collins, which is a dual point of view following a nanny and the child that she nannied for, but it's 20 years later or something. The mom ended up dying. They haven't seen each other for 20 years, but they come back together, and it's almost as if no time has passed, which is it's really unsettling. I think I read this one as as a mom. It's really, really, really unsettling. So A Lady for a Duke is the next one that I got. It's by Alexis Hall. I've seen this one on the internet a few times, is why I picked it up. And it's following Viola Carroll as she reunites with her old best friend who thinks she died in the war. I listened to this one on audiobook, and I thought it was really, really good, and it was nice. I've seen a lot of complaints about it's long. It's a long book, and I mean, it is kind of a long book, and there are a lot of details, but I definitely understand why all of the details in this book are so important to the storylines. I got The Sinner's Duet by Sophie Lark. There are no saints, there is no devil. This is following Mara and Cole. This is the first one, and it is following a starving artist. She wants to be an artist, but she's not quite there, as she runs into one of the biggest named artists ever in San Francisco, I think is where it's at, and he becomes obsessed with her, and they end up being together. And this is the second one, and it's basically just following the development of their relationship and seeing what lengths they will go to together. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it, because I have already read these. They were fine. I don't know what I expected. I do know what I expected, and I talked about it in my April wrap-up video. Next up, I got a couple of Stephen King books. First, I got Everything's Eventual, which is 14 short stories. I am working on building up my collection of Stephen King, is why I picked this up. I mean, I'm going to read it eventually. I have not found a single thing by Stephen King that I don't like, so I really got this to just add to my collection of Stephen King. I also picked up Firestarter by Stephen King, which looks like it is following a girl whose parents were part of, some government experience, and now she's got pyrokinesis, so she can catch things on fire, and said government entity, it's called the Shop, is now after the daughter. And again, I'm adding to my Stephen King collection. I don't really care what it's about. For the last of the Stephen King ones, I got Cell. Not sure, I don't remember what it's about, but like cell phones stop working and the stock market crashes, and yeah, I don't have any answers. I got it because it's a Stephen King book, and I plan on getting all of the Stephen King books that has ever existed. So all the ones listed here I already have, so there's that. I got the Caraval series. Ooh. I only read the like blurb on the first one, and it feels like it's a once a year thing, carnival type setting, which sounds like a fucking hoot. And the girl finally gets to go because she's invited, and then they drag her little sister into it. But it's a trilogy, and I've heard really good things about Stephanie Garber, and they're really pretty. I guess, like, I don't know. It makes sense the way that I hold it, because I do them like this on my shelf. So, I got those. These will be my first Stephanie Garber novels. I got the Red Queen quartet. The whole of it, all of them. Oop. I've seen really mixed reviews on this, but I'm kind of excited to read it, and it feels like it'll go really fast. My understanding of it is that it's Silver Bloods versus Red Bloods. She ends up getting married to one of the opposing bloods or something. I don't know. I am a sucker for pretty books. Got A Very Merry Bromance, Kay Adams. Not Alyssa Kay Adams, whatever. I love the Bromance Book Club. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I was gonna buy it no matter what. I already read it. I loved it. This one is following Colton. If you have read the series, then you know who that is, and if you haven't, his name is Colton, and he ends up falling for his arch nemesis. It's not quite like that. That feels really dramatic, but he doesn't really like her, and then he realizes that she's not really that terrible, pretty much. I got 2 Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. One True Loves and Forever Interrupted. Couldn't tell you what either of these books are about, but I love TJR, and I will buy all of her books as well. So running theme is that I'm just making a collection of books from authors that I know I like, just so you know that's going to continue to happen through the rest of this video. I picked up this Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, which my understanding is that it is exactly what it sounds like, and, you know, Final Girl from horrible tragedies, and they all get together, and then there's a horrible tragedy. I have not read this. I'm really excited to read this. I'm really excited. And it's small. I mean, it's 300 pages, but, like, look at how skinny it is. So that's pretty exciting. I picked up 2 Nora Roberts books, which, because I am a Nora Roberts fan as well. I got The Collector, and I got Chasing Fire. This is following Firefighter, Smoke Jumper. This is following Rowan, who lost someone in a tragedy, and Gulliver, who's a firefighter and has a rule against hooking up with other people that are smoke jumpers. I have a newly discovered love for Nora Roberts, so I'm working on building up my collection, so that's why I picked it up. And because, look, it's a pretty cover. Professional House Sitter, Witnesses of Murder. I'm assuming the hitman probably falls for her, but I didn't even read the synopsis on this one. This was the best looking one, and out of my options one time. But I love Nora Roberts, so. I got A Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, which is dystopian, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm working on reading classics. I got The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is a dark academia, I'm pretty sure, and I've heard really, really good things about it online. So I picked it up because I like a dark academia, and I like whenever other people tell me that I should buy things. Same with If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and that's pretty pleasing, I'm gonna be honest. That's pretty pleasing. I got this one as well, also dark academia, I'm pretty sure, but it's one that I've seen a bunch of the people that I watch on BookTube, and I watch a really wide variety since I don't have like a specific genre that I prefer. And I've never actually seen anyone say anything bad about We Were Villains, so again, I like to be pressured into buying things, so thank you, BookTube. I got Helter Skelter by Vincent Bugliosi, because I am fascinated by serial killers, and true crime really interests me. That's it. That's the answer. I have read this one. It was not what I thought it was. I was a little disappointed, but that's okay. And finally, I got The Mirror Visitor. There's 4 of them. I bought them all. Funny story. So this is about a girl that can travel through mirrors. It's giving me very can see into an object's past and travel through mirrors. It's giving, I think when I picked it up, I was thinking Alice in Wonderland is where my brain went to, which doesn't really make any sense now that I'm reading the first sentence of the back of it. But I picked them all up at the same time because it's a set, and I have this thing about wanting all my books to match, so I did that. And I've never heard of this author. I've never heard of these books, but I happened to stumble upon these at Barnes & Noble one time in an aisle that I've never gone down, like, and then I thought about them for 3 trips to Barnes & Noble, so I finally picked them up, and I just got them all. I'm in the middle of some things right now, reading-wise, so I don't think I'm going to get to these this month. I've got a pretty thick list, but I do want to read them in the near future, and they're hefty boys. 400, they all look like they're about the same. 500, yeah, 400 or 500 pages, so it'll keep me preoccupied for a while, and I'm really excited, and they're just really cute. Look at how cute they are. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me talk about the books that I bought in the first half of the year. I will probably do another update of this probably in like December, so at the end of the year, and we can just do it like this because why not? But feel free to like, subscribe, and all those other YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one.